Greetings. It is 5 o'clock on Friday, March 20th, and we were all blessed to see another day. This is Dr. Helen Tinsley, and I'm here with Storytime Live on Facebook. Storytime at 5. Hey, Edwin. I think it's a wonderful opportunity to share story with children and adults at this time because stories can help us heal. Stories are powerful. Stories are calming and soothing, and they help us make sense of a chaotic world. And so right now we're dealing with a lot of chaos. Hi, Camille. We're dealing with a lot of chaos and a lot of confusion. And I hope that this nightly story time that I bring you will be soothing for your children and give them a time to unwind and listen to story and motivate you to also share stories. So I'm going to read two stories today. The first story is for the younger children. And I know from teaching young children for a very long time, they love stories with repetitive phrases. So the first story I'm going to read, I need my glasses, is The Gingerbread Man. A story that many, many, many of us are familiar with. This is retold by Bonnie Dobkin and illustrated by Paula Pertil. The Gingerbread Man. The Gingerbread Man. Once upon a time, a little old man and a little old woman owned a little old bakery. They baked cakes and pies and breads and muffins and popovers so light they almost floated. But what they loved to make most were gingerbread cookies. They made gingerbread boys and gingerbread girls, gingerbread rabbits and gingerbread squirrels, gingerbread cats and gingerbread dogs, gingerbread homes made from gingerbread logs. I know, said the little old woman one day. Let's make a big gingerbread man to put in our bakery window. That's a wonderful idea, said the little old man. They mixed up some flour and butter and eggs, enough for a body, 2 arms and 2 legs. They rolled the dough flat with an old rolling pin and laid out the shapes on a big baking tin. Then they popped the cookie into the oven and waited. A wonderful aroma filled the room. The little old woman and the little old man sniffed inside. Suddenly there was a rattling and a clattering. "Let me out!" cried an odd little voice from inside the oven. "Let me out now!" The little old woman flung open the door. Out popped the gingerbread man. "You're alive?" said the little old man. "You can talk?" said the little old woman. "Yes," said the gingerbread man, "and I can run away from you. Goodbye." He dashed out the door. Hi, Val and Olivia. The little old woman and the little old man chased after him. "Wait! Come back! We baked you to put in our window." But the gingerbread man just laughed. "Run, run as fast as you can. You can't catch me, I'm the gingerbread man. And just watch me prove it," he yelled. The gingerbread man dashed down the middle of the street. He ran by a policeman and stuck out his tongue. "Hey," said the policeman, waving his nightstick, "you can't insult an officer of the law." Then he smelled the wonderful gingerbread smell. "But you would make a wonderful smack." The gingerbread man just laughed and said, "Run, run as fast as you can. You can't catch me, I'm the gingerbread man. I ran away from the little old woman. I ran away from the little old man. And I can run away from you too. Oh, yes, I can, I can." On the very edge of town, the gingerbread man passed a mangy dog eating out of a garbage can. He kicked the can as he raced by. "Yow!" yelled the dog, pulling his head out of the can. Now that was just plain mean. Then he sniffed the wonderful gingerbread smell. "Wait," said the dog. "You taste a lot better than garbage." The gingerbread man just laughed. He laughed and he said, "Run, run as fast as you can. You can't catch me. I'm the gingerbread man. I ran away from a little old woman. I ran away from a little old man. I ran away from a man of the law with a big stick in his hand. I'm the fastest thing on gingerbread feet. And the next part of my plan is to run, run, run far away from you too. Oh, yes, I can. I can." Oh, sorry. Now the gingerbread man ran out of town and into a field where a horse and cow were grazing. He zoomed up to them, yanked their tails, and ran away. "Ouch!" yelled the horse. "Nasty creature," cried the cow. Then they sniffed the wonderful gingerbread snack. "No, wait, come back. You'd be much tastier than grass." But the gingerbread man just laughed. He laughed and said, you know what he said, boys and girls? "Run, run as fast as you can. You can't catch me, I'm the gingerbread man. I ran away from the little old woman. I ran away from the little old man. I ran away from a man of the law and a dog in a garbage can. I'm the fastest thing on gingerbread feet, and the next part of my plan is to run, run, run far away from you too. Oh, yes, I can. I can." Suddenly, the gingerbread man came to a wide river. He stopped. He knew water and cookies don't mix. "You look worried," said a voice. The gingerbread man looked up. A fox stood smiling at him. I am worried," said the gingerbread man. "You see?" The gingerbread man said, "You see, I ran away from the little old woman. I ran away from the little old man. I ran away from a man of the law and a dog in a garbage can. I ran away from a very mad horse, and I ran away from a silly old cow. I've run too far and I've run too fast to let them catch me now." "Climb on my back," said the fox, stepping into the river. "I'll carry you across." "Oh, no, you don't," said the gingerbread man, jumping back. "You just want to eat me too." "I don't even like cookies," said the fox. "Just climb on my tail. It's as far away from my mouth as you can get." "All right," said the gingerbread man. "That seems safe." And he hopped on the fox's tail. Oops. The fox moved into the river. After a time, he grunted. "You know, my tail is getting very tired. Would you mind moving to my back?" "No problem," said the gingerbread man. Halfway across the river, the water got deeper. "You know," said the fox, "I think you'd be much safer on my shoulders." "You may be right," said the gingerbread man, and he moved again. Now they were at the deepest part of the river. Even my shoulders may not be high enough, said the fox. Then I'll get on your head, said the gingerbread man, and he climbed between the fox's ears. Finally, they reached the far side of the river. Ha, said the gingerbread man. I told them all they'd never catch me. Thank you, Mr. Flip. The fox tossed back his head. Snap! He caught the gingerbread man in his jaws. Crunch! That was the end of the gingerbread man. The fox sat under a tree licking the crumbs from his lips. He was the fastest thing on gingerbread feet. It's a shame I ruined his plan, but that, I'm afraid, is what happens to every tasty gingerbread man. And that, my dear children and family, is the end. When I taught preschool, we used to go snip, snap, snout, his tail's told out. So before I read the second book, I just want to say hi. I see Valerie, and I know her daughter, a granddaughter, Olivia's with her. I see my Aunt Carol, and I see my family, Tintawi, and my grandchildren, Noah, Om, Navi, Hannah, and Juicy. I hope are watching. And James Edmonds and Taki. Wow, I haven't talked to you in a long, long time. And Stephen Aban, the artist from Ghana, and Vicky and Camille and Edwin. I'm so happy to have you all with me during story time. And so I'm going to read a second book, but I want to give you a little background on this story first, on the illustrators. The title is Earth Mother, and the author is Ellen Jackson, and it's illustrated by Leo and Diane Dillon. So I want to tell you a little about Leo and Diane Dillon. Hi, Stephen. I'm glad you're enjoying the story in Hungary. Technology is wonderful that we can connect across the globe. He's a wonderful artist, yeah. But I wanted to point out with Leo and Diane Dillon, they have written many children's books. They won Caldecott Honor back-to-back for Why Mosquitoes Buzz in People's Ears and Ashanti to Zulu. The father has passed away. I mean, not the father, I'm sorry. The husband of the team, Leo, passed away, and Diane is 85 years old. But if you go to the library or go online and look up Leo and Diane Dillon, you'll find many wonderful children's books they wrote and illustrated. Let me say again hi to my grandchildren. Hi, Juicy, Hannah, Navi, Noah, and Om. I'm so glad y'all are joining me. We love you too. I love you too, Val. So here we go, Earth Mother. And I got this book to give to my grandchildren, but it reminded me so much of me as an Earth Mother that I kept the book for myself, and now I'm happy to share it with you. Earth Mother. Look at every aspect of their books is beautiful. So you see they have imagery even in the cover pages. Earth Mother. Earth Mother awoke with the dawn. She fanned sacred smoke in each of the 4 directions. Then she walked across the land singing a morning song. Earth Mother gave the beetles shiny jackets. She hung green acorns on the oaks. Bending low, she placed a piece of summer in a flower seed. She turned her gaze to the sage-covered deserts and blew across the mesas. A hawk cupped the warm air with its wings. Man greeted Earth Mother as she walked beside the river. He held a net in his hands to catch frogs for his breakfast. You are kind to me, Earth Mother, said Man. You have sent frog to fill my belly, and I am grateful. Man slapped at his face. But why have you sent this wretched mosquito to torment me? To sting me at night and drive me from my bed, he asked. Mosquito is bad, bad, bad. Frog, on the other hand, is sweet, tasty, and oh so wonderfully delicious. If there were more frogs and no mosquitoes, none at all, this world would be perfect. Man went back to the business of hunting for frogs. Earth Mother walked on. Notice the detail of all the illustrations, the patterns and prints. I love their work. Earth Mother walked on. Earth Mother walked across the African savanna wearing a robe fringed with fallen rain. She filled the water holes and sharpened the thorn bushes. Her hand guided a sunbird to a blossom sweet with nectar. She climbed a peak and flung a spear of lightning into the sky. The mountains felt the sting and fury of her storm. In the north, Earth Mother powdered the trees with snow. Tiny crystals gleamed in the air like diamond dust. In the late afternoon, Earth Mother heard Frog calling. Frog sat on a rock near a lake. With a flick of his tongue, he caught a small insect and swallowed it whole. Thank you, Earth Mother, said Frog. Mosquito and her sisters fill my belly and give me life. But why have you sent Man to catch and eat me? Man is bad, bad, bad. Sweet, delicious Mosquito, on the other hand, makes me happy. If there were more mosquitoes and no men, this world would be perfect. Earth Mother smiled and walked on. In the evening, Earth Mother dived with the whales into the depths of the ocean. Blue-green light trailed from her fingertips. A silver moon rose on the horizon. Earth Mother cradled an otter in a tangle of seaweed, rocking him on the waves. You see the picture of the otter and her hands? That's an animal that lives in the water, an otter. It was nighttime. As Earth Mother walked through a meadow, she heard a tiny voice. Earth Mother, it is I, Mosquito, said the owner of the voice. Frog will surely feast on me tomorrow or the next day. He has already caught most of my sisters. But I am grateful for Man who lives by the river. He is tender and delicious when I bite him in his bed. What's needed are more men and none of these useless frogs. Then this world would be perfect. Earth Mother sighed. Once more she walked on. Earth Mother climbed the hill to her cloud teepee. She spangled a tree with fireflies. She spread spiderweb lace on the grass. Earth Mother said goodnight to the beetles, to the hawks, to the people, to the sunbirds, to the frogs, to the whales, to the otters, to the mosquitoes, to the fireflies, to her children everywhere. Then she went to sleep, and the world in its own way was perfect. Earth Mother. One of my coworkers used to call me Mother Earth. So I hope you enjoyed our 2 books for today. I want to say hello to my granddaughter, Hannah. She said she thinks my books are great. Hannah's 8 years old. I'm so glad you joined. And Denny, I love you too. Valley, Olivia, I hope you enjoyed the stories. I want to share again, any children that are interested could draw a picture based on the stories that I'm reading today, the Gingerbread Man and Earth Mother, right? You could draw a picture, and your parent or grandmother or whoever you're taking care of you can scan it and email it to me, or take a picture with their phone and email it to me at drhelentinsley@gmail.com. I'll spell it DrHelenTinsley@gmail.com. Now that the books are finished, does anybody have any comments or questions? I'm reading your, I can read your scrolling comments if anybody has anything that they would like to ask me about the story or share about the stories. You know, one thing I want to say about folk tales, they're not real. Okay, so sometimes folk tales have endings, like in this case, the gingerbread man got eaten by the wolf. These are not real stories. These are make-believe stories. They're pretend stories, like when children pretend and dress up. So we always want to make children understand the difference so that some of these stories don't become scary to them. Okay? Well, again, I look forward to sharing another story with you tomorrow. And anybody that chooses to send me a picture, I would highlight your picture the next day or so when I do the story time with Dr. Tinsley. In the meantime, stay safe, be well, and God bless you all. Peace.